Hi, welcome to video 3 of Things to Think About When You're Writing a Novel. Again, I'm joined by my wife, Alesha Escobar, and today we're going to be talking about decompression. Hi, my name is Luis Escobar. I'm a storyboard artist on the Simpsons television show. I've been working on the show for 20 years now, but I've also been editing my wife's books for quite a long time, and I've been reading her books even before she was getting publishing her books. And currently, she's writing the Great Tower
Grey Tower trilogy.
trilogy, and
This is the first book, Tower's
this is the
Alchemist.
second one, Dark Rift. And I'm currently working on reading through the manuscript of Circadian Circle. She's already finished the first draft, and I'm a little bit over halfway through. So I'm kind of in editor mode right now. And but again, one of the things that we wanted to bring up is decompression. Now, decompression, what do I mean by decompression?
By decompression, you mean taking a scene that is merely just a summary or maybe crunched up a little bit too short and developing it so that you add some more detail, maybe some more dialogue, and kind of make it a bit more flavorful.
Right. I've noticed that when most beginning writers start writing, they just tend to just sum up moments, just to get to either their favorite moments or the good parts or I don't know what, or just to get through the story. And a lot of the times that's okay. Sometimes you just kind of want to sum up things because they're not really all that important. But most of the time you would kind of want to err on the side of decompression, only because what it does is it opens up the characters more. You get into the characters' heads more. You live through the moments more. You empathize with the characters a lot more. I mean, so that's kind of the benefits of decompression. Very early on, Alesha used to compress way too much, and it was a very fast read, but it also didn't have any emotional impact because it was much too compressed. She doesn't necessarily have that problem anymore. Occasionally, I would say this paragraph might need to be decompressed a little bit more, but generally, it's working really well. So let's talk about Tower's Alchemist, and let's talk about a moment in the book where we had to decompress something, where I thought it would be a good idea.
Yes, I believe it's close to the middle of the book where Isabella has to make it into a weapons factory, infiltrate it basically under a false identity with a couple of allies, and basically use her alchemy to neutralize these chemicals that have been kind of mixed in with a dark alchemical spell.
Yeah, so it's kind of like the defuse a bomb moment, right? where like the character has to defuse the bomb before it blows up. I'm only saying that so that you don't put too much detail about what's actually happening. But it's kind of that kind of a moment. Yeah.
And I think originally I had her go in, she does her job, she's efficient at it, right? She's trained. But then it at first didn't have the impact that it should have because it wasn't as decompressed. For example,
yeah, it lacked a little bit of the tension. It lacked tension because it was just too summed up. It was just a little bit too summed up.
Right. So what I added was kind of what's going through her head at this moment. What process is she going through while doing this? Especially for readers who may not be as familiar with alchemy and working with just in general chemicals, like how does one thing affect the other, and why is this so important? Why is she nervous? Why is she scared? So to have a vested interest in whether or not she will succeed, you have to kind of understand the scene and get those details and get those emotions. So by decompressing it and giving it that detail and that flavor, it works a lot better in that respect. So that's what I ended up with.
Yeah, yeah. And now the scene really works, and it has a lot of tension in it, and it's a very exciting moment. So stuff like that. So you just generally look for moments that you may have summed up a little bit too much. Like I said, it's better to err on the side of decompression than to compress too much. That said, you can over decompress and end up with, I don't even know if you guys are familiar with Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time series, but I personally think that is just way too decompressed. There are moments in that book, in that series, that could really use a little bit of compression and just summing up characters getting up and doing whatever it is that they're supposed to be doing. It just drives me crazy. Cause
I like 20-page descriptions of what someone is wearing.
It doesn't further the plot, and then you're like, what was that for? Why? I mean, you care about the characters, but really it's like nothing happens for like half a book just because all you're doing is describing somebody getting up and getting dressed. And that doesn't really do anything.
But luckily, you just love the characters so much.
Well, again, that's and part of the benefits of decompression is the character the character building aspect of decompression and empathizing with the characters. So, yeah. So I guess that's.
Where did I leave off in that series, by the way?
I don't remember. I think you were like in book 10
yeah,
or
I think
11.
so.
I don't remember.
I think the only person I care about now is Ewing.
Yeah, okay. We're going to start talking about Robert Jordan.
Okay.
Anyway, if you want to pick up a copy of Towers Alchemist, you can pick it up right now. As of the time of this video, it's free for the Kindle.
And
on
at
Amazon.
Smashwords as well.
And that's Smashwords?
Yes,
Okay.
Amazon and Smashwords,
Okay.
and at the iBook store.
All right. It's free on the iBook store?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know. Hey, I didn't know.
We got an iBook store.
There's an iBook store? iBooks? And if you want to pick up another free book, you can subscribe to my newsletter and you can pick up my art of book. And you should get a free digital download as soon as you sign up. So until next time, there's an iBook store. We'll see you in the next video when we'll be talking about something else. All right. Bye.